So here's where I'm at. We have our fancy maglev magnetic super awesome cube here. Now to start, normally you just randomly scramble it all up, but for fun, what I do now is I go to not always, but a lot of the times, I go to an app or a website like this, and it gives you directions on how to scramble it. Each set of letters and numbers says which face you should turn and how many times. So like U2 means turn the top face twice. If it's got a little tick by it, it means counterclockwise. Otherwise, it means clockwise. So U2 would be like turning it like that. So it always starts green in the front, white in the bottom, and I'll try to do it without looking. So I just go like that, and then 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 like that. R2, D, F2, D2, B2, U, F2, R2, D prime. That's what it means when you go counterclockwise. F, U prime, and then look up at the screen, and it matches, which makes me very happy. And so I try to do that without looking. And then we start solving. Now, where I'm at now is the first thing you want to do is make a white cross with all of the side pieces matching the thing. But you try to do it upside down. That's the pro move. So the way you normally solve a cube is you get like 15 seconds to look it over and see how am I going to start. Mainly, how am I going to make this white cross? And then you start the timer, and you should do it in like a second without looking or thinking about it. But I can't do that, so I got to think about it. So I go, okay, here's the green. I try to do it upside down. Here's green goes there, and then blue goes there, and then orange goes here, and white. And so now I should have a white cross with all the sides matching. Okay. Now we're ready to do what's called F2L, or first two layers. And that is where you fill up these corners with the correct pieces so the whole bottom two layers are solved. And the way you do that is you find matching corner and side pieces. So let's take this one. White, green, red. We need a matching red and green side piece. And then we do it by putting it in the top layer here and then figuring out how to match them together. And I know I can go like this. And now they're matched together, and then I can move them like so. And now we've solved one of these corners. And so now we just have to do it like, oh, I've screwed something up. We have to do it with this corner, which would be orange, green, and white. So let's find that. Here's the orange, green, white corner. And here's the orange, green, or here's the orange and green side. So we'll manipulate that so that, and you got to learn these moves. And now we have that corner. So now we have two corners of our first two layers. Let's do this one. Well, let's do this one since we're looking at it. White, blue, and red. And we got the side thing here. Now, so here, I'll get them both in the top here. And now you got to know all the moves. And there's probably way more efficient ways of doing it than the way I'm doing it now. I also try to do it without turning the cube so much like I'm doing now, but I'm trying to show it, so this isn't prime solving. So finally, we want our orange and blue corner. There's the white piece. There's the associated edge piece. And so to match these up, we'll go like this, and like that, and then we'll put it in there. Okay, now we got the first two layers. Now, last layer, I do it the beginner method, which is very inefficient, but it works, and it's just rote. It's just, I know I got to do that, and then I got to look to see which corners match, and I need to do this action, and now all the side edges match, and then I got to look for corners that are in the wrong, okay, all these corners are in the wrong place, but I know I can do that little routine, and they'll magically start going to the right places. And now to finish all the corners, and do that, and do that, and do that, and do that, And there it is. So each of those pieces takes me a long time. And I don't know how to get any faster at it. You're supposed to keep looking ahead, so while you're doing one thing, you're preparing to do the next thing. When I can't do that, so every time I gotta go, okay, how do I make the right cross? I gotta move that thing here and that one there. Okay, now how do I do the next corner? Okay, where's that one? Okay, there. So everything just takes forever, but it's fun. And when you're not solving it, you can just, it's a fun little fidget spinner, and you can do little hand exercises and wee 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 wee. It's just a fun toy, besides being a difficult puzzle. So there you go. That's the state of the cube for me. March 6th, 2026. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and happy cubing!